All right, so we have got the finals that we were hoping for. It's Djokovic versus Alcaraz at the Olympics 2024. Now, they met very recently at Wimbledon, and it was obviously a one sided match where Alcaraz dominated Djokovic from all respects, all parts of the court. And I feel that the memories would be fresh in the minds of both these players, and it might help Alcaraz just a little bit to give him some more confidence. Because the last time they played at this court at the French Open, it was Djokovic who came through the match, and Alcaraz had cramps starting the third set. So I think he would take more inspiration from the Wimbledon match, which was more recent. Also, Djokovic hasn't been playing that well this year, so it's not the same performance that we expect from him as he did at the French Open, but he is getting better. The last match that he played against Musetti was a very good barometer to judge his quality. And let's talk about that for a couple of minutes. So, first and foremost, I felt that from the baseline, Djokovic was playing aggressively. He was hitting the ball well off both wings, forehand and backhand, and he was not afraid to take risks. He tried or he used a lot of overhead smashes, drive volleys, something that I feel he's not too comfortable doing, but he was able to do and win most of the points. He came to the net, he hit some good volleys, and he was really aggressive on the return of serve, as he was at Wimbledon against Musetti. So I felt that he played well there, and that's why he was able to win. Another point, another point to mention here is that Djokovic looked to be a man on a mission. He was committed to the cause. I don't know whether his knee was still hurting or not, but maybe he was on a medication, he was on painkillers, whatever it was, it did not feel or he did not show that to the opponent or to the crowd what he was feeling. But in terms of commitment, he was reaching for every shot, playing every shot, did not look hesitant whether on the backhand or on the forehand or on the run. He was moving well, defending well, because Musetti tried to be really aggressive on his forehand, but Djokovic did defend well on that part. The strategy for Djokovic was very clear. He was trying to go for the backhand of Musetti most of the times, and that was the way to go. Musetti has a good backhand, but it's obviously weaker as compared to his forehand, which is more dangerous, and that's why I think Djokovic went for the safer option, went for Musetti's backhand, and that is why I feel he was able to win more of the points. One more thing that was the key in this match was the emotions that Djokovic was showing. This was a very important match for him, as he mentioned after the match that he waited 20 years to reach the finals of the Olympics, because once he reaches there, he at least knows in his mind that he has a guaranteed medal for his country, and that is very important to him. And you could see that when he finished the match, he fell down, and the way he celebrated, it almost looked like he was in tears. And that just shows that he really badly wanted the medal for his country, and he is going to fight with the same commitment and dedication in the final. That is why I feel if he plays well, if he doesn't feel the issue on his knees, then I think it could be a very close match. So well done, Djokovic, to win that match against Musetti. Wonderful performance, and it takes him to the final match for the first time in his career. Now, talking about this match between Djokovic and Alcaraz, let's first start off with the head to head. So it's very even at this moment. It's tied at 3 all overall. On clay as well, it is one match all. Now, the last meeting that happened between these players was last month at Wimbledon, where Alcaraz dominated the match from every part of the court, in every shot, every respect. Alcaraz was better than Djokovic, and that's why he was able to beat him in straight sets. Their last meeting at this court at Roland Garros was in 2023, where Djokovic won in 4 sets. As you know, the first 2 sets were really competitive. The last two weren't, because Alcaraz had cramps and he was not able to move that much. And Djokovic continued to play well. He did not drop his level, so he was able to win the match. So I guess the head to head is really tied, but the recent match at Wimbledon, that's what Alcaraz would be looking into more. And that is what is the real picture because Djokovic hasn't played that well this year. So I think the last match was a good performance. He's getting better, but is he back to his best? No. So let's see what happens in the final. Now the key factors I feel is that Alcaraz obviously is in the form of his life. He has no weakness in his game. He is confident. He's relaxed at the same time. He knows it's a good opportunity for him early on in his career. And even if he doesn't win today or tomorrow, he still has two or three more chances in his career. So for Djokovic, it's the opposite. He knows that it's the elusive gold medal and he may not have any other chance. So he would be under more pressure. Now, as I mentioned that Djokovic is looking better, but he is still carrying the injury, although he's not showing that to anyone. But I still feel that he is not completely fit, and obviously he's not in top form. There's no question, but he is getting better. Now Alcaraz is obviously more confident. The match is going to be in the day, so it means that the court would be dry and the ball will travel quicker through the air and as well as from the ground. So I feel that it would favor Alcaraz to be more aggressive, to attack and to finish the points, take the ball early. Djokovic would have liked heavy conditions more, and it might also help Alcaraz if he's trying to impart a lot of topspin and trouble Djokovic by using those moon ball sort of shots. So that will again be favoring Alcaraz. Now, talking about the tactics, I think it's pretty evident that Djokovic needs to serve big. That is the key. And he also needs to be really aggressive on his return, the same way he was aggressive against Musetti, because he needs to start the point well. Otherwise, Alcaraz has too many options to finish the point. Talking about the baseline, as I mentioned, that at Wimbledon, Djokovic's strategy was correct, but because he just had one strategy, there was no backup plan. So when he started missing shots, he did not calm down or he did not go to his old self. He was still going for the shots every time and he was just making errors and losing all those points. I think he needs to have a balanced approach this time around, and it's clay, so it's going to help him slow down the pace a little bit. It's not Wimbledon, so it's not like Alcaraz is going to fire winners throughout the court. He will have his chances, Djokovic, to control the point. So that is why he needs to have that in the back of his mind that if his aggressive strokes are not working, if he's missing shots, then he needs to go back into his balanced side where he stays solid from the baseline and is able to dictate play or construct the point. Now, Alcaraz, as you know, he would be aware that Djokovic's movement is not his best as of now. So Alcaraz would try to use a lot of drop shots and the slice as well, especially the slice up the line to neutralize the rally and get an upper hand on the rally, if I may say. And also, by using drop shots, it doesn't need to be the perfect drop shot against Djokovic because Djokovic is not moving that well. So even if he gets to the shot, Alcaraz would have the opportunity to hit a lob and then again push Djokovic back. And he has done that a lot of times. And Alcaraz doesn't miss lobs a lot. He, I think, is improving his net game day by day. So whether it's the volley, whether it's the lob, all of those shots are very natural to Alcaraz. So he would be trying to use those as well. Now, backhand down the line is the key for Djokovic. In his match against Musetti, it was evident that he was trying mostly to hit to Musetti's backhand, but it's not the same case against Alcaraz. If you hit just one shot, then Alcaraz has the natural ability to change the direction and hit his backhand up the line, and that's an aggressive stroke as well. So I feel Djokovic needs to change the direction, and he cannot rely on just one pattern of play. Now, talking about the key factors here, so as you can see, forehand, I feel Alcaraz and Djokovic both are on level terms. Both have a good forehand as of now. The usage probability is high because forehand obviously is an important shot and it's going to be played a lot in every shot, every point, every rally. Now the serve again, I put both of them on even terms. Djokovic always had a good serve in the recent years. Alcaraz has improved it immensely. So again, I feel both of them are tired on the serve. Return I would give to Djokovic. He is the best returner. Backhand again tired. Volley, I would give it to Alcaraz. He is playing amazing tennis at the net, even better than Djokovic at the moment. Drop shots, both of them are playing well, although I feel that Alcaraz has an upper hand on that because of Djokovic's movement to reach the drop shots that Alcaraz hits. So I feel it's still tied in terms of the quality of drop shot, but Alcaraz still has the advantage there. Lob, slice, smash, movement, all of them, I think Alcaraz wins. He is better at this moment. Talking about the other factors, confidence, again, Alcaraz, nothing to lose, playing well, demolishing opponents to this point, and I don't think anyone other than Djokovic would have a realistic chance of winning against him, apart from Sinner, who is not playing this tournament. Form, again, Alcaraz is in top form. The stakes are high for Djokovic, so Djokovic would be under a lot of pressure. Alcaraz knows he might get more chances. Although Djokovic would also know that Alcaraz in this match is going as a favorite, so Djokovic would not be expected. But because it's the elusive goal, Djokovic would have that pressure that even if he's not the favorite, maybe that is his only chance, so he will try to win. It may also serve as a motivation for him, so let's see what happens. Crowd support, as always, it's going to be with Alcaraz and not with Djokovic. Fitness, again, Alcaraz wins there because Djokovic is struggling with his knee. So those are the factors. Now, some of the key pointers that I've already covered, I just like to mention it again. So this is Djokovic returning the serve of Alcaraz. As I mentioned, he needs to be aggressive on his return and he needs to go close to the line, deep, whether it's the down the line or the cross court. If he puts the ball in the middle of the court, you can see that Djokovic is standing so far behind the baseline and Alcaraz is inside the court after his serve. So if the ball is in the middle of the court, it gives so many options to Alcaraz to attack and then come to the net and finish it with a volley. So I feel Djokovic needs to be aggressive on his returns. Now, I also talked about the volleys. So Djokovic needs to hit perfect volleys. Now, against all the different players, a normal volley would be enough for Djokovic to win the point, but not against Alcaraz. So he needs to hit a perfect volley, and this is an example. So you can see it's an important point. Djokovic is hitting a volley here. Alcaraz is on the run. He is struggling to reach the ball. He is almost at the other end of the court. But the next screen, and you see that Alcaraz did reach and is also able to hit an amazing passing shot and win the point. So that's what I feel. So Djokovic needs to take the correct decision whether it needs to be a deep volley or a drop volley or a drive volley, and the direction as well, so that it makes very difficult for Alcaraz to reach the ball, and even if he reaches, it gives Djokovic an easy finishing shot. So the volley, not only Djokovic needs to use more, but he needs to use it efficiently. Now, another key pointer which I want to mention here is the risks. So, at Wimbledon this year, Djokovic took a lot of risks, but because he was making so many errors, he lost all those points. So, this time around, he needs to use and have a balance and pull the trigger based on his performance and how he's feeling on that particular day. As an example, in any scenario, he needs to be the one who has to take the risk. So even in this point, as you can see, Djokovic has a break point on Alcaraz's serve. Alcaraz hits an angled backhand. Djokovic is outside the court. Now he has two options: either to defend and go into the middle of the court, either to go for an absurd angle cross court, which is very difficult to execute. The only All right, now let's talk about the predictions. So I feel that both players are playing well, but Alcaraz has too many things going in his favor right now. He is playing well, he is in form, he is young, he is fit, and he has demolished all his opponents coming into this final. He has recently beaten Djokovic in straight sets. He is more confident, he is more relaxed, he doesn't have too much pressure like Djokovic, who is going for his elusive gold medal. So I feel all of the factors are in favor of Alcaraz. Now, as a fan of the big three, I would want Djokovic to be able to win this and complete his resume, get the gold medal. Fairy tale ending, right? But usually, or historically, I should say, in tennis, the fairy tale endings are not common. So we see players either retiring due to injuries or retiring because they are not able to win big tournaments or retiring due to any XYZ reasons. but very rarely we see players just wanting to retire at a specific time by winning a specific tournament, and it doesn't happen that way always. But I am hopeful because Djokovic is playing well. He has a good chance. It's on clay, which again gives some advantage to Djokovic because the courts will be slower, and the motivation will be there for Djokovic. Obviously, he will be more motivated than ever to win this match. He is going to give his 120%. He already mentioned that this is what he was waiting for the last 20 years. Now he has got the opportunity. The problem for him is on the other side, it's Alcaraz, who is at the peak of his career, who is playing well, has recently beaten Djokovic comfortably at Wimbledon. So I feel Alcaraz is going to win this match. That's what I would be predicting. Just trying to be realistic on paper. Everything is going in Alcaraz's favor. Still, if Djokovic is able to win, that would be a very, very massive victory for Djokovic if he's able to do that, and a miraculous accomplishment. Having said that, I feel Alcaraz should be able to win this in two sets or straight sets, I believe, because if he plays like he played against Felix, and if Djokovic is not up to the mark, maybe he's feeling pressure on his knee, or he's not able to move that well, or he's missing shots, I think this could be a straight set victory for Alcaraz. I would hope for a close match, and because it's a day match, again, the ball will be traveling quicker, so more winners to be seen. Let's see what happens, but I feel that at the end, Alcaraz should be winning this gold medal and the match. For Djokovic, the good thing is, whatever happens, he has still won a medal for his country. So, thanks for watching.